I have been with Boys and Girls Clubs for 12 years, and every single year that we run the Youth of the Year program and go through the process, I am constantly blown away and inspired by what these young people are capable of. And this year is no different. Not only our Youth of the Year winner, but also the other candidates and the runner-up. They are all just such amazing young people, and it's really inspiring, and it makes me feel really good about the future.
Jeffrey's first paragraph of his first page on his application, I remember talking about when he came into the club as a 6-year-old. And from there, this was a home with no problems. And to have a home with no problems, I mean, that's wonderful way to think about the environment that the team and the staff at the Boys and Girls Club have developed.
To see the struggles that he had growing up just in the short time I've been here, and be able to then take those experiences and teach them to his younger peers. It's one of those things where it keeps the community tight, and it shows the younger kids what an example of a role model at the Boys and Girls Club should be.
Jeffrey is an absolutely outstanding young man. I have had the privilege of watching him grow up and his brothers for many years, and he is somebody who just strives to be better. He is truly a lifelong learner.
With all of the racial injustice and things that were going on, the marches that were happening within the community, we did take part in a couple. And during one of them, they opened up the microphone for anybody to speak. And he had been saying, like, I really want to talk, I really want to talk. And it took a little extra push, but it's like, this is what you want to do. You want to be an educator, you want to help people learn, you want to let them know how you feel and bring them in together to make them feel more comfortable. Take your opportunity. And he did. He got up in front of a couple hundred people. He said his piece about what he felt was going on, how he wanted to educate people on the correct side of things, and move forward from there. We had another march later on in the summer, 1,300 people. And again, opportunity came up. Nobody had to push him. I just couldn't be more proud of the person he's becoming. It's great to see who he is right now, who he's become to this point, but just to know the goals that he's set for himself, and the path is so clear.
Now it's my absolute honor to introduce you to this year's Waltham Boys and Girls Club Youth of the Year Award recipient, Mr. Jeffrey Serrano Sanchez.
Thank you, Peter, and thank you to the Waltham Boys and Girls Club for believing in me and providing me with the tools to succeed. When I think of my time in school, there are certain years that really stick out to me. Middle school. Oh, middle school. These years were very difficult and challenging. I would consider my middle school year as my worst academic experience. I had no motivation whatsoever to get the best grades. I didn't care. For me, it was just middle school, and I was developing my mindset at the time. I averaged mostly C's with some B's, which is not the worst, but I knew I was capable of more. I needed something to motivate me, to do more, and to get the best grades I can get. I realized that motivation was at the Waltham Boys and Girls Club. They were my puzzle piece I needed to succeed in school, to help me with my struggling grades and lack of motivation. I was introduced to the program called Power Hour by a lovely staff named Anna, in which this program, students are given a space to do their homework and ask questions to the staff that are in the room. And let me tell you, I spent many hours in Power Hour. I loved how it was a quiet space for me to focus on my schoolwork with no outside distractions. It was just a time to learn and ask questions. My grades slowly improved. The space also offered us encouragement and praise for our achievements. You might get some snacks or prizes and even get your report card hung on that wall. Seeing my report card on that wall meant a lot to me. Every time I walked past it, I felt proud of myself. I knew I deserved it and was capable of doing more. When I entered 8th grade, I was still learning how to create strategies to do my work and keep myself productive. What I'm actually saying here is that I didn't do my homework and I needed to get my lazy butt from playing video games all day. Listen to your mother, kids, when they say to get off video games and to get your homework done, because when middle school is over, high school is right around the corner. Transitioning to high school was a challenge in itself. The workload doubled, the topics were more difficult to understand, and the homeworks took more time. I wasn't prepared. I felt stuck and overwhelmed. Despite these feelings, I always had the support of an organization willing to help me from the very beginning. the Waltham Boys and Girls Club became my foundation for academic and personal success. Initially, the Waltham Boys and Girls Club was a place where I can go, have fun, and play basketball after school. But there was a staff in particular that always gave me a lecture every day to get my work done, constantly told me school came first. He was so annoying, but I appreciated it. His name was Kendall. Today, Kendall would be considered one of the most inspirational staffs I've ever met. I can still hear him in my head constantly nagging me to get my work done. It's quite annoying. But from this, I was able to develop a mindset of independence. I was able to keep track of what I gotten done and what had to get done. I made a to get done list in which I get things done. I was able to organize myself, allowing time to have fun and time for school. I felt like I finally had school under control. I got honor roll almost every year, a big achievement. Entering my senior year of high school, we never anticipated a pandemic, but despite the challenges, the Waltham Boys and Girls Club remains a constant source of light. This year has been full of accomplishments and growth. I am not the same person I was freshman year. I've learned to advocate for myself, take advantages of the opportunities available for me, and seek out the resources I need to achieve my goal. I want to learn and become the best version of myself I can be. Because of the example set for me at the Waltham Boys and Girls Club, my goal is to become a teacher. As a Latino and a person of color, I know there is an opportunity to educate students like me. My mission is to provide trusting relationships with students and confront the teacher diversity in America. To me, it's not just the representation part for students, but the connections between students and teachers that is important. Personally, it was very difficult for me to have a deep connection with my teachers at school. Why? Because many never experienced being a person of color in America, and I found it difficult to find someone who understood what I experienced on a deeper and personal level. It's really important that students have a person who reflects back to them, their language, their culture, and ethnicity. I want to become a teacher and share some experiences and create a comfort level in which students see me as someone they can trust and talk to. After graduation, I'll be attending LaSalle University to pursue my career in teaching. I can't wait for what lies ahead of my journey and promise to never stop learning. I would also like to thank the Waltham Boys and Girls Club at this time. Without their guidance and assistance in my life, I would have never been the person I am today. Not only did they raise me to become an excellent student, but also made me to become an amazing human being. I thank you for choosing me as Youth of the Year for 2021, and I hope you enjoy the rest of the gala.